hit the wrong thing. Now I'm on. There's an inherent problem. Twitch can only go to 1080p, so I use a second machine. So I record in 4K and I stream in 1080p, but I do it from a different machine, which is actually kind of normal for streamers, actually. So welcome, one and all, to our 21st live stream, if you can believe that. Today we're somewhat introduced. Well, we kind of showed new ships off before, but I think we have another new ship in the mix. We have done a lot for stability improvements, and so the hope is that I should turn off notifications. That the game will obviously be more stable. I have been working on new lighting. That's not in this week. It didn't quite make it. It got really close to making it, but it just wasn't going to happen. The next time it definitely will be there. I was somewhat thinking of showing a minor demo of it, but it's probably better to see it in game. And yeah, without further ado, we'll get the system up and running, and hopefully things will run well. So let me switch over OBS. I really gotta hook up an external switcher, so I have like so professional. Just hit a button and just go beep. Or so you can get your phone to do it. So I don't even have to buy one of those Stream Deck things.
Alright, stream looks clean, volume's good.
Yep. I am kind of looking forward to doing some Let's Plays. Oh, since we're looking at this, I know Paul had talked about some of the new ways of having certain circles look. So yeah, Matt and I will probably talk about how to implement this in the shader, because of some other upcoming goodies that are coming. So there's going to see a lot of changes over the next month, to be honest. Alright, so the host is up. I also want to make sure that the sound on the game isn't too overwhelming. I don't know how that comes through on the live stream, but we'll see. Alright, so server's up. Should probably get my actual joystick and stuff like that in place.
Game sound seems okay.
Okay. Well, I know once like the firefights really start, it can get kind of overwhelming, and that's what I'm more concerned about.
Yeah. Are we doing a couple of teams again?
We can, yes, because we're doing with no enemies.
Okay. I will do like last time. I will be a mayor on beta.
There you go. And I'm gonna...
Beta needs a War Master.
I nominate Ogre.
No.
Nomination rejected.
So the effect, yes. Alright, I just lowered the sound on the main game. Hopefully it won't come through. That's one of the things we really need to work on, is the sound adjustment. Add it to the giant list of unbelievable amount of things that needs to be done. Alright, so it's myself and Matt on Alpha. Ogre's going to be on his own team. Oh, okay. I guess it is just Matt and I now.
And Paul.
And Paul.
And Ogre.
Should I switch over to beta?
Paul was on beta.
Should I switch back or what? I was just trying to counting.
Stay on beta. It's fine.
Okay.
There you
Okay,
go.
that's 3-3 then.
There you go. Alright. Alright, let's start. Okay. We are in. And I should turn off my thrust throw, so I'm going to go crazy here. Okay, so I guess I'm the builder guy this time. I'll take that as yes.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep. Okay, so because I alt tabbed out, the server's going to be like lower frame rate, which I'm not happy about. That's the way it goes. Oh, I didn't fix that. Oh well, we'll find out. There was one last optimization I wanted to do, which was to see. Remember, I told you it was spamming the play effect stuff.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't actually do that. I was so busy working on the new lighting system that, yeah. So that's on my list.
Well, we're a small team.
It'll come up during the firefight.
I mean, we're a small team doing a lot of jobs.
Yeah, yes, very much so. So, I even tested this with Matt earlier. The test with the if having pulses of missiles in the air should no longer cause a massive crash.
So we can use missiles.
You
Or
can
just
use
like
missiles and
to
pulses. As a matter of fact, I would like to test that today to make sure that that's actually true.
Not. Alrighty.
So the test will be is to get out a missile and pulse ship, just because we got the full Monty going, and to have them meet in no man's land, and then have everybody go at it. And then some other person exit the game, and while the combat's still going on, have them rejoin. And if they rejoin without crashing, there's your answer. So there you go. Okay, Matt, could you do the researching, please?
Yes, I am.
I guess we
Thank
don't
you.
have
Over
any.
on my side, grab
Should
the
have
first
mines.
research.
We do now.
Refineries is already going.
They're ahead of us. But then again, Jordan's been probably far more of an expert at this point than I am, just because he's constantly every 2 weeks he's just been doing this.
I have a method at this point.
Yeah.
I am frozen right now. I do
So am
not
I.
know why. Okay, I just crashed. Interesting.
Okay.
I have a suspicion though, because I think somebody else on my side was also throwing research onto the queue at the same time as me.
If that is the case, then yes, that will cause a crash. That has not been fixed.
Alright. Well, when I get back in, I can handle the research. Unless somebody feels strongly about it and they want to do the research, then please say so, rather than just doing.
I was figuring I would do the research and you do the building.
If that's how you like to go, then go for it.
There's really not much else for us to do right now, so.
Okay. You are the War Master. You just have a minute to load
Already
back
giving
in.
you like 80% of the budget, so you should have as much money as you need at this point.
Matt,
Alright.
give
Just
me
get 10%
ore.
for each of us for making ships.
Then
Actually,
just let me know as each building is finished researching.
Yeah, you should have up through factories now.
Cool.
yeah. So you're gonna have to start giving me more money if you expect me to keep building things, Matt. As far as the budgeting goes.
Grab my builder bot. Why did I do that? Okay, having some weird problems with the nav screen.
Really? What's up?
Just having trouble. Might be fixed now. Nope, I keep getting. I don't know if I'm being zoomed out or kicked to the other side of the terrain, but I'm having trouble actually interacting with anything now. A lot of the textures keep vanishing.
Okay.
I don't know if it's because I got crashed out on the research screen.
Well, you came back in though, right?
I came back in.
So what happens when you double click on Builder Bot? Does it reorient yourself onto the Builder Bot?
First of all, finding the builder bot is a problem. Because at this
The
point, all
builder
I
bot
have,
button.
yeah, as I hit build bot button, I seem to be somewhat reoriented, but I don't have like features or anything. Like I can see buildings. I have a flat gray expanse and some square, reticules.
You'll need to zoom back in. And actually, you should zoom in anyway. But
Oh, okay, cool. That is definitely better.
okay. Yeah, you must have gotten zoomed out somehow.
Turrets are ready.
Well, well, that seemed like it was going to help and then didn't. Nah, I can't use the nav screen anymore. Okay, old-fashioned way it is.
All right, before you give up completely, Jordan, exit out of the nav screen, go back in it,
Uh-huh,
double-click on the yellow builder bot button in the lower right,
uh-huh.
and see if that gets you to where you need to be.
I did all of those things,
Please do
and
it
I
again.
zoomed all the way out to the sun.
No,
And
see,
then
no, I'm not talking about zooming all the way out to the sun. That's not going to help you any. That's
and
just
I
going to
did,
cause a
and I
problem.
just also did it again.
But that's not.
Meaning the builder bot button. I did the builder bot button. I double-clicked on it. I have no terrain visible at all now. I'm in the nav screen. I exited out. I went back in. Builder bot button.
But then you have to zoom all the way back in, though. Because if you zoomed all the way out, double-click on the
I'm
builder
not
bot button is
currently
not going to
zoomed all the way
cure
out.
anything. Was that?
I am not currently zoomed all the way out as far as I can tell.
Okay, tell you what. Hit F12 to go all the way out to the sim screen, and F11 to get back in. Okay?
Okay.
And
I
then
have
double-click on
nothing.
the builder bot.
Okay. It moved the screen a bit, but I have some squares and a starry sky.
Yeah, I have the same problem, honestly. So hit F12 again and then hit F11 again, and you should be able to get the train back.
Nope.
Did you hold down the Shift and W and S to get a different angle? I'm not sure if that will help. Get to like a kind of 45 and then hit F12 and F11 again to come back in. Worst comes to worst, exit the game, come back in, and it'll reset it.
Let's try that one. Yeah, minor bugging.
Mhm. I mean, there's no doubt there's some glitches in the game that have not been addressed, and I'm hoping to address probably not soon, but I will get them addressed. Are
That
new
was
ships
a
being
good
built?
one. Okay, put it to the game. I have terrain navs in sim screen. Let's look around. And same problem. So
When you say let's look around, what are you doing?
I go into the nav screen.
Yes.
I adjust my view a little, and then it kicks me out a bit of distance and blanks all the terrain. I'm not gonna try going into this
All right.
nav screen and not moving and seeing what it does.
Yeah, move your mouse off to the far right so it's not. Because what's happening is your mouse is catching on somebody else and it's trying to adjust the range because of what you have selected.
Okay, I'm not myself to the far right.
I mean, for those that are
Okay.
watching, if, for example, if I hold my mouse over this, even though I'm tracking, it's trying to keep centered both in my case, the builder bot and the factory screen that I have. The problem is when I grab a bunch of things, sometimes it tries to recenter based on all the different things I'm touching. And so it can jump things around.
So I could sit still and move the screen around a little with the mouse off to the far right, but the moment I mouse over anything, it jumps me out.
Well, it shouldn't jump you out, but what else is new? I mean, you've been working on this all this time. It shouldn't.
This is
Try
improvement.
double-clicking on one of the things and see if you can resend it and zoom back in again.
I am frozen, but I will try that.
Well, I see your builder bot or something moving around. Well, now I'm frozen too.
I believe Adam has taken on the responsibilities for the time being.
Okay.
I assume.
All right.
And I crashed.
Okay, so you were the one having the problem then.
Probably. Would you like a log?
You can save it separately.
Okay, give me a minute. This is RWM log or RWM net log?
Or the net log. The other one's probably not going to help. If you do both, that's great. But
Alright, just give me a few minutes on that then.
yeah. Oh, I do see the builder bot moving around doing its thing. Meaning I'm observing your base.
Yep.
All right. So on our side, we have two factories. Do we have any turrets yet?
No, I can do that though.
Okay. But I think we have enough power and all that. Yeah, we've had plenty of power, it seems. A good amount of resources. Yeah. All right. Why am I just doing that? Just looking at the train. The train's kind of blinking. It's like, okay, that's very strange. Okay. I guess I'll just drop down more resources while we're waiting.
Turrets are available.
Oh, thank you. I guess we should start designing a ship, or Matt, did you want to do that?
Up to you.
Well, I might as well show people the things. I guess I'll do it. I guess. All right, so this is the quick designer. Defaults, of course, what we want to do. We want to do the crescent ship, which I guess is one of the newer ones. Let's see what that's like to fly. Also, I changed things on the big battleship, so let's use the big freighter ship. See what we get. So we're going to make this into a pulse carrier, and so I'm going to give it like 5 guns because I can. That's 5, of course. And I'll give it 3 missile launchers. Has a decent amount of armor and all the rest of that stuff, and so yeah. So I'll save that. And it's rather expensive, so yeah. I'll try to build one because why not? But I might as well get another refinery going so we actually get more resources here.
Alright, I'm back. Those logs are emailed.
Thank you.
Alright, so fortunately it looks like for this particular session of game, there will be no Jordan Mayer.
Yeah, I just got kind of a weird bug where it sent me into orbit and I can't get back down.
Just hit F12, F11, and it should bring you back.
Alright, so I guess Adam, I'll do the research then.
Alright. Nope, keeps doing it.
Do you guys, maybe you're on the fault line? One of the weird glitch lines.
I mean, I tried to set us on away from the terrain lines.
I mean, that's the only thing that makes any sense, because obviously I'm not experiencing the issues you're referring to.
Our base should be right in the center of one of the huge triangles.
I honestly don't know how you would determine that, but
You said / and then I'm able to see
Oh.
the terrain lines.
oh, I see that.
I do
Okay.
that all the time.
Fair enough. Well, that's just when the yeah, I got bumped back up a lot. I see what you mean, though. Yeah, you're in the middle of a tile. Well, you're actually kind of on the edge of one, but I see how I got bumped up somehow too. Let's turn that off.
Oh, nonetheless, for now I think focus on what you want to demonstrate.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So let me zoom in. Actually, I'm way too far up. Oh man, it glitched. Darn it, the freaking. I think once it's glitched, that's kind of it, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I was able to recover it, I think, hopefully, maybe-ish. Okay, so we have two factories, we have a refinery. Okay, can I make a request that people don't use Facebook chat or anything that's going to send notifications to the system,
Okay, doke.
you know? So yeah. So, I believe we should be getting enough money to start working on refineries and stuff. We should have a lot of resources. Can anybody else build a ship yet?
I've been hovering on standby. Do you want me to go into the shipbuilder or a quick designer and build a ship?
I will do that now.
Why don't you just drag in a ship for yourself, Paul? And there's one already built.
We
Okay.
have
As
a
far as
factory
design
just yet,
goes.
Adam?
What's that?
We have a factory just yet?
We should, yes.
Oh, we're out of power. That's why we're having problems.
Maybe not.
I think we did the research, but
Yeah, I'm not
I
seeing
don't
the
see one.
factory.
Yeah. I keep getting.
We have two factories, Paul.
Paul's on our team.
Ah, that would do it. Never mind. Never mind completely.
Well,
Okay, found a little problem. We have a power problem on our end, so we're gonna fix that.
Having a problem actually getting the build bot to do anything currently, so give me a minute.
Hit stop if it's being crazy.
No, I just simply like every time I hit O close to it, I'm actually not getting the menu that allows me to build for some reason.
Oh, you're doing it through that? Oops, now I just crashed.
I mean, can't
Darn
do
it.
Can't do it the other way, so yeah.
Factory screen.
Server crash?
Yeah, server crash. Factory screen.
That's a shame.
It is.
I tried to add a ship to one of the queues. Now it's registering as having added successfully.
You realize the server's dead right now. So basically, it's saying the OGO specific is null. And this is on line 1479 in the new factory screen.
Okay, we're gonna have to look at that because wait a minute, no, we did. Okay, hold on. I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, it's looking at designing AB0020001, so it's probably the second design that was made. But it didn't
You
find
probably
it.
didn't receive the design before I requested the queue update.
Was you that thing goes pretty quickly though. I mean, I can go look at the system and it should let's see if I got it. So ships, AB200. Yeah. That's, oh no, I didn't. It was 1K. Did it just not save outright? Huh. All right. You're right that I didn't get it, but was it a fully functional ship?
It should have been. I mean, I saved it successfully and that didn't crash it.
All right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy the ship file
Okay.
because I want to see what it looks like later. Because I'm kind of curious what came across. Oh, Fraggle. That's why it didn't work. I ran out of hard drive space on that drive.
Oh.
Oh, mother frickin'.
Well, there's
On,
your problem
wait,
right
on
there.
like your server computer?
Yeah. frickin'. Oh, gods.
Well, look, at least this is one bug that we probably can't be responsible for.
And for, and for the people at home, sometimes it's for a normal reason.
Sometimes it's for a normal reason. My gods, man. Alright.
Oh my god. That's a good laugh.
Oh my freaking. Alright, fine. Okay, I gotta figure out how I got free space somehow. Oh.
Delete a game. It's usually what I do.
Yeah, but I don't have my games on this drive for that this exact reason. This
Oh
is.
wow.
Yeah. Alright.
Any logs you could pull?
Hmm?
Any logs on there you could pull off?
What I can do is I can remove the game releases. I mean, they're a gig each, so. I mean, the installers.
That'll help.
Yeah, so this is a gig I can get rid of by. And this is also a gig I can get rid of by. But as someone else would say, that's interference. That's interference. Yes, yes, yeah. They blew the network. Okay. So according to this, the last save successfully was 08. So let me use that one. I apologize greatly, but so that's what was. See, that's the whole thing that didn't make any sense to me, Matt. I would not have
User
ever
entered your channel.
received the command. All right, someone's reflecting.
Ernest.
Ernest, could you?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. By definition, I would have had to have gotten your update, Matt, even before I got your command saying that you moved anything onto the build queue. That's what didn't make any sense to me that was happening the way it was happening. Okay. Oh, well, that went boom. It did not like that. Okay. I'll try to go to 7. Maybe it corrupted on the save of the last save file, which would make a certain level of sense if it was out of room. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, 7. And that crashed too.
Alright, fresh start it is, I guess.
That's very bad. That hasn't been a thing.
I mean, could there be something wrong with the saves because you were running out of room?
Are they maybe
It's
not real saves?
possible.
I mean, like it says, save, but it doesn't actually have space to put anything down.
Yeah, or didn't have enough or something. That's possible. I mean, he's crashing at different spots. This point was in populate design grid, actually. Oh, that's a good point. How long ago did you do the design? If the design never really came across, then every time it tries to do the design, it will screw up.
I created the design and then added it to the queue in relatively quick succession.
Okay, I don't know who 02 is. Is crashing continuously?
02. Does it count up? Like, are you 0 and then Matt is 0, and the second person, the first person to join is 01?
Yeah, it's in order.
And that's me.
Did you
I
make
was
a
third.
design?
No.
Well, then
But
it
I was
wasn't
third
you
in.
then. We might have to start over. Let me verify that I actually have cleared the room off. You know how sometimes you delete things and then Windows doesn't actually delete it?
I've heard that's a thing that happens,
Yeah.
but I don't know it.
Hold on, let me check. 150%. Nope, it freed it. What I'm gonna do is, since there's a problem with the ship designs, I'm gonna make sure. Oh, ye gods. What the hell's I don't know?
That's been around forever. I don't know what that is.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's from like 11 October of excuse me, August 11th. Okay, so it's not even here. So that's. I'll go all the way back. Because at this point, I don't know why it's. It's blowing up the new factory screen looking for these ships. For permitted designs and stuff like that. Let me see if it eats itself again. I'll go back, way back, and see if that's a thing. So I'll go back to number 4. Same crash. Break. This is populate design grid, and it's going player corporate is null. How can player be null? That's the wacky part. So it's from Force Factory Update. I mean, the player list is actually no. The player list isn't good. Why is this getting kicked? Update design count. But there's no players in the system yet. It's in the load game function. Okay. We might have to start from scratch. Matt, we're gonna have to look into that. Basically, what's happening is during the load game sequence, it's doing a update design count, but the players aren't in the system yet, which I don't get how that would even have happened yet, because that's the first thing that comes in is the players. So yeah, that's a thing.
Okay, I have a note about it.
How? Yeah. So it sees me, but nobody else. No one else is even in the system yet, and it's doing an update. So I don't understand that, but that's okay. All right, we might have to go from scratch. That's very scary. That kind of creeped in. That's not good. Okay.
So I should join in this time.
You should join in this time. Thank you, Ernest.
Sorry about the reflection. I had Twitch running. I thought I was muted.
Yep, not a problem. Uh, yeah, maybe just the save. I don't know if the save games got corrupted or there's a sequence that got corrupted, or I don't know what happened there. That was very strange. Okay, server up. But that was. Yeah. I mean, I know we were trying to fix this, but maybe we fixed something and broke something else?
Possible.
Because that wasn't a
Must
thing
be
before.
standard operating procedure with programming.
You're not wrong. We definitely should have a little music go off when everybody is marked as ready.
Oh, also perhaps I should mark myself as ready.
Yes, that's kind of what brought that up.
We are still missing Ogre, it seems.
1 second.
Ogres.
Yep.
Okay. I wasn't sure if Ogre was coming in or not. He had mentioned that he was in a meeting. Should we wait for Ogre?
Yeah, 1 second.
So, in theory, when the
In theory, when the then I didn't hear anything
when
more.
the server cut out, game should have dropped me, right?
Technically, it doesn't. Most
We
of the
would
time, it
like
doesn't.
it to do that, but it doesn't.
It's
It
supposed to
hasn't
do
done
that.
in several test trials.
Okay, so I'm usually out when that happens. That's why I'm wasn't really paying attention. Then I was like, wait, I'm still in the game, and everyone's going back in. Great.
If the server quits, it sends a kill command, and that will drop you out. If the server crashes, it never sends the kill command, and unfortunately, interestingly enough, a server socket does not actually know when it gets disconnected. It only knows when it gets disconnected when it tries to parse something and it can't. Which is where pinging came from in the first place, is to see if the connection's still open.
Is it possible for the client to kill command itself if it checks for the server to be there?
Yes. I just have not written that part.
That's fair. I ask things like, is it possible? Because that's
Wow.
one of those things where, like, sometimes I say something, I'm like, well, why can't it do this? And you're like, because computers, and then it's a long discussion.
Alright, so yeah.
Okay, we seem to
So someone
overhear.
did not make themselves the War Master and it ate itself.
There were two War Masters. You were the War Master, and Matt was the War Master, and
I
Adam
was the War Master.
Master.
Why am I an admin?
Because you're labeled as beta, and beta already has a War Master.
Why the hell?
Yeah, so it ate itself. So that's the thing. We need to put better validation in there, Matt. So basically, it says add play to corporation, and it fell over and died. So everybody out, everybody back in. I'll do a manual looky-see to make sure it doesn't happen again, I guess.
For those joining us for the stream, I am watching the chat if you want to ask questions during these periods while we're fixing things.
Yes. So, server's up. I should probably select the ship, shouldn't I?
I'll take the War Master on Alpha Team if that's okay.
If you want.
That way there's no confusion.
Alright, Adam's War Master on beta, it seems. So there you go.
Alright. So Adam, because we're doing a clean start, I should be able to do the nav screen stuff again. So you'll do the research and I will build our city.
Roger that.
Just let me know as buildings are complete, and I will do things.
Will do.
Data ship ready.
Yeah, Matt, the thing with the that design count thing, we definitely got to do some serious testing on that.
Okay, I have a note about it.
Because that should not have happened. And if that's just a sequence error, then that needs to be fixed. But yeah. Well, it needs to be fixed one with the other anyway. We can't have a server that load saves no longer work. That's really bad. So the problem is, if that's really what it is, no one will be able to rejoin the game. Which we didn't really test. I thought Jordan went out and came back in. So we did test that.
I had problems that were independent of anything else going on.
Right, you wouldn't have, you would have crashed as soon as you tried to enter. And so he wasn't having that problem. So that's the point I don't get. It's the same thing.
Right.
So, alright, starting. Everybody in?
Looks like.
Alright. And we're in. Okay.
Now, you will have to do the builder bot, Arthur.
I gathered that's what was going to happen.
One of these test tries, I will get into the builder bot screen.
It's actually pretty good fun.
I do enjoy it. But then again, I like these kind of games too. Which, go figure, I'm building this. Ernest, I have some interesting updates between the lighting system and some of the other little neat tricks that I intend to do. That will probably not. The lighting system will be there next time, but the other tricks may not be. But yeah, that's definitely going to take this to a different level than what it is right now. I'll have to show it to you offline since we're live streaming. But yeah, it's kind of interesting actually.
Yeah, I'm interested.
All right, so that's the main thing. I'll be the first one to admit that the game's responding quicker now because I didn't alt-tab out to it.
Did you do some changes to the sharing function in the what's the asset screen?
We tested that earlier today. It should still be okay. It should work.
I know. Well, it's working a little better than it used to. That's why I was asking.
Well, blame Matt. He's doing a good job
I
there.
mean, we did fix that after last week, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
After last live stream.
turning down. I could never get to 0 whenever I did it, and it started off at 0 when I clicked the button. So. A little
Oh,
different.
that one, yes, we fixed that. It'll probably get further changed later on, but
Okay, well,
for now
I
that should
like
be
the
working.
improvement thus far.
Oh, Matt, that's actually one of the things. Remember how we were talking about resetting everybody's budget down to a certain level? Why don't you make that one of the only ball buttons?
I can do that. I mean, the functionality is implemented.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
I can just move it to the only ball.
No, it's fine. Just don't. I didn't know it was there. There you go. All right, so there's 2 research centers up.
Okay.
I don't know who wants to do that.
Will be out in 2 seconds.
Adam, your second research center is just about done.
Roger.
And done.
I hit an F function to get into the shift designer, but that same F key doesn't let me back out. How the hell do I get back out of the damn designer?
Just pick another F key like F12, F11.
I did, but when I
Mines
close
are
that
up.
one, it's still there.
Okay. I prefer to build the refinery first.
All right, I
but-
couldn't hear the rest of what you said because everybody else was talking over you. Could you repeat that, Ernest?
Oh, never mind. Before, it wasn't letting me back out of the screen, even though I would go back and forth between the F keys. This time it did when I hit F12. So
Okay.
that's good.
It should know when you enter a screen what the last screen you were in, and it should let you back all the way out by hitting the same
Well,
key. But
hit F7 and then hit F7 again. It doesn't go away. So hit F8 and it pops up the factory screen. Hit F8 again,
Refineries are
and
up.
the ship designer's still
Cool.
there. So
yeah, no, because it's going backwards.
yeah, but if you hit F7, you can't get out of it. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's interesting because it's on the loop. That's interesting. You're right.
That's what I was trying to point out.
Okay, no, that's actually a thing. Okay, well now we know something new. That Matt, could you mark that down, please?
But if you hit F12, it will close that screen. So it's good.
Well, F12, believe it or not, this main sim screen is actually the main screen of the system, believe it or not. So that doesn't surprise me that way, but yeah.
Quick note. I don't know if this is something you did recently or a coincidence, but the buildings are going down much closer to where I've been telling them to today.
It's probably the angle you have your screen set at, because generally that's how I do it, and I don't usually have a problem. But you always seem to have a problem. Anywhere between 30 degrees and 45 degrees, it's being accurate. Like I said, after I am done the lighting systems that I intend to put in, I'm going to do a lot of work on the nav screen to get this thing really up to spec. So no more of this good enough stuff. It's going to be a lot more, not a nightmare to use.
Turrets ready.
Okay, I may
Yeah,
have
all our
to turn
buildings
off one.
should be out.
I'm gonna be turning off one of the research labs for a bit, Adam, because we're running low on power.
Yeah, I see off in the distance their city. For those on the live stream, I'll just sort of mosey on over. And yes, one of the changes is to correct the sun problems in here. So it looks like they have 2 research centers, a reactor, a warehouse, a refinery, and another mine. Or just the first mine, actually.
This is the first mine. Alright, so the mine's done, so I'm gonna start building some reactors, and once I have another reactor up, I'll turn the other research center back on.
Alright, so we have a refinery up.
So I'm looking at the asset screen.
Yes.
So I need some understanding here.
Sure.
I have everyone but Arthur set to almost 2%.
Okay.
When does it go from the refined ore to the finished to the refined materials? Is that
When
you
I
have a
just
factor?
built the refinery, because otherwise you store.
All right, because I didn't understand. I couldn't understand why your refined materials was going up and no one else was. Now I
Because that's an asset screen thing, or it's a me thing, depending who you talk to. Basically, as the builder bot was actually smelting the ore before the building was trying to build, it detects it within the asset screen. So the box is sitting on the ground because I'm the one that told it to do it. Is technically my refined materials that's using to try to build the building. That's why you were seeing it going up and down. It's really stupid, but it's accurate, but it's not helpful.
I just didn't understand. I was like, why are we not going? As then you said it didn't register if I just said I got the factory built, and then just as I was speaking, the bar started to climb. I'm like, well, I might as well finish my sentence now.
Yeah.
Huh.
God, it really wants that ore, doesn't
Ordering the builder about to build a factory, and it is not moving.
it?
It gave me the feedback saying
Yeah.
order given. I'm try canceling order. I'm gonna tell it to do something
It's
else.
probably, yeah, it's probably actually doing it. This is probably just the angle. You can't see what it's doing, to be honest.
Yes. I'll try telling it to do something else just to make sure it's still alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. It's gonna go build a turret for us now. Well, we have a turret.
Alright, if someone would be so kind as to make a design with like 4 or 5 pulse weapons and like 3 missile weapons, that'd be good.
I will do that.
Have we researched missiles yet, Adam?
Yep.
Okay. The factories, it's currently moving to build a factory, so Paul or Adam, if either of you wants to start, or I can also, if you want to start putting together a design to start popping out of our factory, you'll have a factory soon. So I guess, Paul, if you'd like to make a ship.
Sure, I'm in the auto designer right now. The quick designer, I mean.
Paul, FYI, don't put shields on any of the new ship designs.
Right.
We're still waiting for that update. So one or two things are going to happen. Either we'll get them hand done, which will be much better, or I'll fix the algorithm that makes the cheesy ones that I did back in the day. So we're going to use the new designs with shields. Speaking of which, Matt, do we have the new design there? Is that in the listing?
We should have all of them. I moved everything over that was in the
Kind of curious.
silhouettes.
Yeah.
There was a new one.
So we have a brand new. I think it's. I don't think you guys have seen it before.
That's the green one, right? The light green one?
It's kind of a cyan teal kind of thing.
Yes.
And white. Yeah, that's a new one. So we do actually have new ships for you guys if you're.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of the ones from last week because I couldn't identify the newest ship in the list.
Yeah.
Just to jog my memory, Orion Mark 1 and Gilgamesh Mark 1, those are, I assume, beam and
Those are
missile weapons?
lasers and missiles.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's one of the things I want to change out, so I'll actually outright show you what it is rather than you have to click on it because I realize it's stupid.
Oh man, I made an expensive ship. Oh well.
Yeah, they're expensive, aren't they? That's why I'm
And
doubling up on our resource gathering.
the issue with the missiles has been fixed, right? I can leave that.
Yes, that's the whole point of this test, actually. So that's why we want pulse weapons, and which are Excaliburs, I think, and Gilgamesh's, which are missile weapons. And the whole idea is we want to go at it, have someone leave the game, come back in, and see if it crashes. Although at this point, with this other problem that we're having, does anyone be a voluntary sacrifice and see if they can leave the game and come back in without a problem? Since the save,
I've already done so. So yes.
so it's okay then. Or you out of the game.
I crashed out and I came back in and I was fine.
Okay, then I don't know what's going on with the save games then, because I mean that shouldn't be a thing.
All right. On our side, we have 2 factories and a wall and a turret wall.
All right.
I'm going to focus on some economy things.
I think we could use another reactor.
I think you're probably right. I think I'm going to tell them to do a reactor rather than the
They're
factory.
trying real hard, but they're not quite getting there.
Today, other than that.
All right.
Cool.
I originally was telling it to do a factory, but then I told it to do a another reactor. Now, what's interesting is that I don't have a warehouse, so it doesn't conjoin all the different resources. So what's interesting is that
It's building my ship now. Awesome.
there you go. Is that it grabbed from one of the refineries, then it started to grab from the other because that's where the other resources were. So do we have a design on our side yet?
Yes, I made one, but it's expensive right now. I think the
How
only one
expensive is it?
probably build it.
How expensive is it?
6,000.
Oh, that's not bad. That'll be fine. Do you have
Yeah,
enough?
I'm only at 1,000 right now, so I can't really. I haven't been able to build it yet.
Oh.
And we got no factories right now anyway. So
Well, I'm building one right now.
yeah, I know. I'm just saying I can't do anything yet. So
All right. At this point, I have crashed out and I cannot rejoin.
Oh yeah, I ended up building an expensive ship too. Mine was costing 7,000.
Well, that's gonna be kind of epic. Could you try to rejoin again, Paul? I mean, Adam, please. I want to see if it's a P thing or if it's something else. I'll hold off on building something. All right, we do have a factory at this point.
Yeah, I've tried about 4 times this time, and I simply just once I get to the lobby, I will crash to desktop.
Okay. Does someone, Matt, I hate to do it to you. Do you want to test to see if that's a thing? If you
I'll
exit
give
out,
it a
come
shot.
back in. If it's in that same factory decode thing, then it's the same problem, and we're sort of SOL then.
Okay, I'm out.
Let's see if this thing has shields or anything on it. Oops. Oh, no shields. I have the money for it, so I should put one in the thing, in the
yeah,
hopper.
there you go. Cool.
Well, since I have all the money anyway.
Yeah. I turned everyone up to 10%, but it's a slow crawl right now. So.
Yes.
Okay,
It is.
reconnecting. I appear to be back in.
Adam, could you try again, please?
Yep, I have been. I'm still crashing to desktop.
It's to the
That's strange.
I'll try again.
I don't know if it matters, but I was actually managing the budgets when I crashed desktop. I'm not sure if that makes a difference.
Well, it's universal, so if you do it and then someone else comes back in on our side, we'd see it anyway because it's a full game state. If you know what I mean. Is anybody else having that same problem, or is just Adam is permanently locked out?
I mean, I'm currently okay.
Should I try to quit and come back in?
Sure, Paul. That's probably not a bad idea.
All right, 1 sec.
And if you're locked out, then maybe it's a thing. But then
I'm back in.
Matt should be locked out. He's not anything different than anybody else.
I mean, if Paul is locked out and can't come back in, then it might be a beta team thing.
That's true. That's why we're kind of testing that. So now we have 2 factories up.
So I'm out.
All right.
Coming back in.
Yeah, that power is really borderline there. I should do another reactor, I think.
Meanwhile,
Rejoin.
I've decided to build a real city over here.
Yes.
I hope that you appreciate it.
I do. Paul, what was your status? Because you said something I didn't hear. What your
Rejoining now.
Okay.
And I'm in.
Okay. Now Paul is notorious for constantly crashing. So if Paul's in, I don't know what the hell's going on then.
bothering you in Slack, that sort of thing.
All right. I'm hearing this weird kind of reflection.
Occasionally, we might be Ernest, I don't think you need to have the Twitch audio still running. We've already tested it.
You're hearing Gilger's conversation.
Ah. Okay.
I gotcha. Okay.
Just hopefully it doesn't pull a tube.
It's not on my Twitch anymore.
Sorry, if I'm alt tabbing something at broadcast.
Ah. Oh yeah, the whisper.
Oh. Man,
He's whispering to us.
it's been forever since we used Whisper, and it continues to bite us.
It does. It does. All right. So, well,
I wonder if I have enough turrets.
that's a good question. I should
I
start.
wish you could show for the stream, but you know what? Actually, this is a great screenshot opportunity. I think.
Actually, I can waltz over there. Hold on. Let me zoom out on the nav screen and.
Yeah, on the nav screen, you should. I wouldn't recommend it on the sim screen.
All right. Like I said, don't send things through the chats because it ends up notifying everything and then coming out in the stream.
Well, Arthur, do we look secure?
How many turrets you got? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your back's vulnerable, but other than that,
We've got a couple turrets back there too.
yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Yeah, how many am I at? Because you know, this is gonna. Where does it show them on the asset screen? Is the question. Turrets, 14.
That'd do it. Well, there's your answer then.
I am paranoid, and I would like to feel safe.
I don't
My
blame you.
therapist recommends it.
The real test will be when they
Gods.
when you get attacked, when they all start firing. What happens to the power?
Yeah, they're not shooting yet. Well, you have a lot of power reserves,
I
but
have
yeah.
6 reactors.
I got 4, and I don't have any. I have 1 turret out so far.
I learned my lessons about power. But again, this is also shows again. You know, it's ideal that our game should have a bit of a curve. Like who've been doing this every week, have learned my lessons about power.
Yeah,
And last week you gave me a lesson about turrets.
very true. Very true.
You know, I don't want my builder bots going anywhere.
All right, I am in the new ship with multiple missiles and multiple things.
All right, could you turn? Let's see
Our
what you
ship
look like.
doesn't seem to be constructing. I suspect Paul might not have had the money.
Yeah, so
I see
can
you moving
move.
around.
Yep, everything's good. Yeah.
All right, so who wants to challenge the Ernest in No Man's Land?
I apologize. You have to give us a bit. It looks like Paul never had the money to build that ship.
Okay.
I just queued it up, and it's going to take almost 4 minutes.
All right.
Ah.
So I guess I'll queue up a few.
Well, if you have
In
the
the
money
meantime,
for
we
it,
could
but yes.
probably use more turrets.
I'm actually in process. The builder bot students thing.
I will putter on out into the distance here.
All right. Is the cockpit point of view good on that now, or do you still have like weird greebling?
No, I don't see anything. It looks like a cockpit like any other ship.
Okay, good. So then that's correct. I did correct that. That's was part of the new program I wrote, but yeah. Um,
I'm flying into the sun slowly.
all right, let's not. Don't go too far.
Don't go too far.
I'm not going too far. I'm on the terrain. If you're trying to find me, fly towards the sun.
I see you on the nav screen. Just don't go too far.
Yeah, I'm good. This is as far as I'm going.
Because if you go too far, it goes to the next sector, and then it goes boom. Server won't go boom. Everybody else will go boom.
I'll come back a little bit.
Yeah. Now, a sector is like 250 miles across, but supposedly, I think between here and the other base, it's what, 20 miles? So.
That's what you often say.
Well, alright. If someone goes into. I mean, I can do this myself. I'll go into the sim screen, and I'll hit T, and that's where Jordan's turret is, and you are 33,000 feet away. You do a simple divide by 5, that's 6 miles. Okay. Right? Right. So, give or take, obviously. So, okay, we're not 20 miles away, we're 6 miles away, but still. So it's a thing. And so, yes, my builder bot is... So how many builder bots do you actually end up using, Jordan? You use more than one?
I have 2 right now.
Alright.
I would typically just want to do another, but both of our factories are a little busy for the test.
Sure.
90 seconds, by the way, and then Paul can challenge. I think this is one of the names I wrote recently in the Mother Teresa.
Alright then.
That naming list was pretty fun to do.
Well, it's meant to be fun. What else is new? I build... Let's see if we can do this right again.
Yeah, typically shortly after a factory is done, I produce a second builder bot for myself. It does mean that in the current setup, we will be fixing this, audience, that I can't use the BuilderBot button anymore. But then I just have to, then I just tried to memorize where I last sent them, and then go look for them there.
So, all right.
The one thing I will say, the mouse click on a BuilderBot, if you know where it is, it's very easy to click it and select it and do things, and I've never had any problems. It's just that if I don't know where it is, it's a problem. But for what it's worth, that part of the system works very well.
Not sure if this is a concern or not, but I have one of Jordan's turrets targeted at 22,000 or 23,000 feet, and I have my little white dots for where to aim have popped up.
Because you stopped.
What's that?
Because you're not moving.
That doesn't mean you could hit it, I think.
No, it's a bug that what happens is that if the enemy's not moving, you're not moving, it glitches out and thinks, oh, it's a divide by 0, so you must be able to see it. Or must be able to hit it, and it's just stupid.
Gotcha. I thought it was a little strange that should have popped up.
No, you're 150% right. You know, it was just being dumb. Now that was interesting. The builder bot couldn't stop in time to put down the turret, so it overshot it, got out of range, and come back around and finished up. Huh?
It looks like it's on a yo-yo and it does that.
Yeah, that was kind of cool because the turret is so small compared to the other buildings, it can't overshoot. So it's like that's a thing. That's
did something just cross a boundary?
No. Did anybody go? Did anybody go somewhere far away?
Nope, I'm still sitting here.
All right.
I'm idling.
Why you gotta crash or move the location?
Yeah, I gotta.
Because you come back in and see if you can come back in.
Loading up now.
I hate to think that that's a thing. And then what? Do you know enough how to track down what crossed that line?
Probably.
Ooh, I see 2 new ships.
All right, now I'm frozen. Did someone? Oh, you're paused, Matt, right?
No, I just loaded the game and I haven't even hit connect yet.
All right, so who crashed? That's being a thing.
I'm still movable. I'm not going to fire any more weapons yet.
Arthur's frozen, so I assume the movement I'm seeing is alive, but everything seems to be moving.
Well, with me being frozen, that means someone else is frozen, and it, you know how it goes. They lock up, then it locks up the server, then everybody else will eventually lock up.
Oh.
Paul just said he froze.
Yeah, I just froze too.
Well, everybody else would have. Who froze first? Please exit. I mean, you should actually admit it rather than trying to hide it. But see, now whoever it was just exited, and everybody's back again.
I was out of the game. Alt tabbed for a second.
Well,
I didn't know I had crashed.
All right. Well, there you go then. Thank you.
Yep. I also had to kill it with a test manager.
Yes.
Well, I found an Easter egg.
Excuse me.
I told the BuilderBot to move, just to move somewhere, and it said ordered to go on a journey.
Yes, I put that in there for you, Jordan.
I never do that, so I hadn't noticed.
It's been in there for like a month or two.
Okay, Ernest,
Huh?
Amazing.
I'm glad you appreciated it.
Ernest, am I heading over to you? Is that you over there?
Yeah,
I'm going to try connecting back in again.
All right, please do, Matt.
Paul's coming.
All right, on my way.
I see that, Paul.
I appear to be back in.
Okay. Adam, are you able to get back in? Because everybody else is able to get back in. I'm just trying to... What's my builder bot doing? Alright, we should have plenty of money at this point for other people to build other ships if they want to.
Probably. I haven't
Okay,
checked
in
my thing yet. I'm
10
staring
seconds
at
we'll
Paul
have
right
Orion
now.
Mark IIs.
Okay.
I'm
Adam?
looking like in the Oh, locked up.
All right.
Fucked up. I crashed the desktop.
Sorry, yeah, I got a
Ooh.
crash.
So me just rejoining is doing that.
I got a crash while trying to free a play effect.
All right. That means something's. You should be able to come back in. That's still being stupid. All right. I'm waiting for whoever is still connected to unconnect.
Oh, should we
we
all
all
quit out?
leaving?
I'm unconnected.
I'm still loading the game myself.
All right. Now I'm back.
Okay,
So
yeah, I just bombed out, so.
I've just been over here doing my thing.
yeah.
Should I rejoin?
Yeah. Adam, are you still around? I'll take this as a no.
I'm here.
Were you able to rejoin?
Nope.
That's wild.
I'm in.
What is so special about Adam that he's not able to rejoin?
I'm in.
Matt, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
All right. Since you're in, exit out of the game, rename yourself as Adam, if you know what I mean. Go in the host, rename yourself, go back out, the cycle,
Gotcha.
and then come back in as Adam and see why he's bombing.
Okay, will do.
Does it make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right, because then we can see what the hell's going on. Because everybody else is able to get in, so it must be something specific to, what it thinks of as Adam, and so that doesn't make any sense to me. So, yeah. Now, if you're able to get in as Adam, then I really don't know what to tell you, Adam. That's the last thing we can really do to truly test things. What is this?
So when do you want us to annihilate each other?
Actually, after Matt does his test, just to make sure we're on apples to apples,
Uh-huh.
then we can do exactly that. Let me
Okay,
see.
connecting.
What's that? Okay. I see Paul in one of the near ships. There's something going on with the damn armor
appear to
signing.
be in.
As Adam.
Yes. Oh, just got a crash. Hold on.
I am frozen.
And that's,
Oh, that crashed me.
well,
That's
just
the
wait.
first time
Okay.
I've crashed.
I got a crash while trying to free a tractor particle.
Okay, but that still shouldn't be a problem. Meaning, yeah, that's a problem, but it shouldn't be a thing. All right, just exit out, come back in, I guess. Then.
As Adam or as me?
Adam, could you retry again?
Okay.
Would it be worth having him delete ships or save games?
No,
Just him. Okay.
it wouldn't work that way because he's coming into the server. So someone still crashed out and still. Matt's probably still pausing. There you go.
No,
Thank you.
No, I just got out now. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so you crashed beta team.
Something like that. All right. Well, so the server's back up, so people should be able to get back in now.
Yeah, I'm good still.
All right then.
I'm waiting for graphics to load, but I'll be back shortly, I hope.
Yeah.
Although, for the most part, my work is done.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong there. Actually, I'm going to crank out another fighter because I want to pilot it.
I'm back in, no problem so far.
Yeah. Now, what you're over there still building, though?
Currently.
Okay.
All right, I'm in now too.
I know the issue that Matt had just run into as Adam was from building, and that's from. I know there's an issue with the PE system, and I gotta fix that.
Well, so now it looks like I can no longer use the nav screen like last time.
Okay.
So interestingly, it seems once I've crashed, that's it for me being able to use the nav screen. From that point forward, then when I try to,
Even when you come back in?
well, yeah, now that I'm back in, after having crashed once, now that I'm back in, when I try to use the nav screen, if my mouse touches anything, any object, the nav screen becomes unusable.
Tell you what. Exit the nav screen, come back into it. Make sure you don't click on empty space and make sure you have nothing selected.
Okay.
And then see if you can move your mouse without having it going crazy.
That is a no. It's possible also some of these bugs are in the team function, I gotta imagine.
Well, alright,
Out of curiosity, Jordan, what happens if you push the tilt key and do it?
From the nav screen?
No, the tilt key on your keyboard.
Okay.
The one that unlocks and locks the mouse.
Uh-huh.
Does that make any difference, just out of curiosity?
doesn't
No.
do anything on the nav screen.
I know. I didn't know if maybe he'd hit the key when he first starts the game to unlock the ship, and it was already set. You know.
You know, some of the things would bounce around is when you have more than one thing selected with the mouse. So the only thing I could suggest is you go hit F12, and then when you hit F11 again, it should recenter on your ship. And
I mean, it does by default. It's just that something goes wrong whenever I mouse over an object, and I try clicking off, make sure nothing is selected. And as long as my mouse doesn't touch anything, I can move the screen around too, but I can't, select anything to use it.
it's very strange because it should just, even when I select a bunch of things at once, it's okay. What's the angle you're running? I mean, you doing straight up and down? You doing it at an angle? What are you doing?
Let's say roughly 35-ish.
From the ground or from
the ground? Yes.
So you can kind of see the horizon then.
So that I can see my city and yours at the same time.
Yeah.
So closer to the ground.
I mean, I get a little bit of bunching when I when my mouse touches more than one thing at a time. Maybe because your stuff is so bunched up. I don't know.
If I do a straight down look, it's so much worse than when I hover over something else.
All right. Well, I'm moving my video over to where you are to see whether or not if I can.
Mind bunching probably isn't the problem because this also happened very early in the last game. It's just once I have crashed once and come back in, I can't use the nav screen anymore.
I mean, I noticed that if my mouse is over multiple things at once, the bounce around, and that it shouldn't.
It does want to do that. That was a thing before. That's not
yeah, but that's always been a thing. But I am not having the issue you're having with them to change the angle.
I'm going to take a couple screenshots and email them to you.
Okay.
On the off chance it might be helpful.
Yeah, I just don't.
So
all the same, we should have if Paul can get back in, we should have a ship for testing what you want to test. So ignore me right now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can start going at it, and Jordan, if you want to be our sacrificial lamb, you can exit the game, and while they're fighting, come back in while they're fighting.
Well, that is some interesting explosion effect.
Hmm?
I'm going to try rejoining now.
Like instantly.
Oh, you just popped them?
Instantly.
I guess he didn't really have good armor.
Alright, just because it seemed to pause you guys last time, I'm going to try coming back in now.
Okay, well, it's pause, and then you're in. There's always a little bit of lag spike.
Okay. So are they still in the middle of fighting?
No, that was a very quick fight. Cool. Yeah, Paul is actually, I have him up on the screen. His cockpit's blown out.
So, alright, how about I try and design the ship that's... Because I still have all my other functions. So let's see what I can put together. Start with defaults.
I should actually have a local ship. Well, I see, oh, here it is. So let me pop into the new one. Alright. Here's someone shooting.
I'm trying to make Paul explode, it's just not working.
Fair enough. So disappointing, I know.
Yeah.
Well, the missiles won't lock on them because they go, well, he's already dead.
Yeah. Well, I was using the lasers and the pulse cannons. I have lasers, pulse, and missiles on the
Oh, okay. Well, that would do it. Oh God, you're right. Is there any pulses? There are pulses on there. There's the full gambit on this. You're right. So I'm piloting one too right now. So Matt, if I go into the weapon ticks and I change it, I guess that won't go across the network, will it?
I don't know. That depends on if you're sending it across the network.
I don't think I am.
Yeah, I just froze.
I'm frozen.
Oh, look, the desktop again.
All right, now I'm froze. I guess.
I think I have to Taskmaster kill the game. Yep. Sucks. I was crashing in the middle of building the best ship ever.
Oh, you're still designing it though.
I was trying to.
Ah, okay.
I crashed. I had to Taskmaster kill it.
What were you doing that caused it to crash?
Nothing so far as unusual as far as I'm aware. I was in that moment I was in the middle of changing the speed.
Okay, we'll see. Now, that's something. All right, let's. All right, I don't know who wants to duplicate. Can you try to duplicate what you did and see if it crashes again? If it does, then that's a thing.
When I can get back in.
Yeah.
So yes, shortly.
Yeah. Someone else has crashed and paused out the game.
I just joined back in. I'm fine right now. So.
Apparently that was me, sorry.
Where was your crash, Matt?
I just froze. It didn't actually crash. But as soon as I quit out,
Should I rejoin or no?
I stopped hearing everybody going off.
So,
Paul,
yeah.
you can, yes.
Alright, if it's safe, then I'll try to rejoin now.
For different levels of save.
Okay, seem to be in. Let's see if I can duplicate the best design ever. Okay, so for completion's sake, I'm gonna duplicate all the little things I did.
Sorry for the loud noise.
It happens. But the point is that we're firing and people are joining in and it's not crashing anybody.
Yeah.
So that part at least is fixed, even though there's other problems that seem to have arisen, which I'm not thrilled about.
Yeah, I had several missiles out and about when I was firing at Paul.
Yeah.
Oh. What is this?
Okay, so I got it just about set how it was before I crashed. Now I'm gonna adjust the speed.
Paul's back again, I guess.
Oh, interestingly, as a side note, I'm adjusting the speed. I have not picked a hull yet. I wonder if that's part of it.
Did you hit defaults before?
Yeah, I hit default.
Then you have a hull there. It's just it randomly picked one for you.
Where you going,
Upping the speed, upping the speed.
I'm still in the habit of like holding the afterburner.
All right, I got the speed higher than what it was before it crashed, and I have it where I have. Like it.
Yeah,
so it's working okay, is what you're saying.
Seems to be, yeah. We got a cool ship.
And Paul's really just after me. You're 1,000, Paul, but I guess that's the way you're playing it.
Alright, now this is probably going to end up being a very expensive ship, but I like it. Save.
Well, the good thing about jousting is very hard to be hit. The bad thing about jousting is it's very hard to hit anybody else.
Yeah, that's going to take 6.5 minutes. I'll make a few of them.
And Paul just lost his reactor.
Yeah.
You're still going at it. Or someone's shooting at you. Oh, that's Ernest shooting at you. See if he can kill you, I guess. Oh, that was me blowing my own missiles. That's always helpful.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
The nav screen's not giving me trouble anymore.
Okay.
I have no explanation, but I'm okay with it.
Fair enough.
Don't really know what just happened, but I'll take it.
I still like to find a better answer. Paul probably blew up because the armoring system is being stupid and armor part of his damn ship, unfortunately.
I'm noticing that the top of the ship has like just a black patch on it.
That's because there's no armor there. So the armor assignment routine screwed up. Either that or there is something else wrong, but I think that's what it is. Oh, interesting. You have a missile in the air. So I'm targeting one of your missiles.
Paul's back again.
Yeah, Paul is back.
Don't run. Don't run. Mhm.
Pigs! You're all pigs! Trying to target him, but is that just not him?
It's hard to target him. When he was shooting them, they would not target him.
Really, he should have been closest. Oh, because how are you? His cockpit's blown out, and that's why it won't let him target you. But he's still able to fly. All right, I have stuff in the code to prevent AIs from flying if their cockpit's gone, but evidently I don't. So there's another one there, Matt.
Wow.
Evidently, if a player's cockpit is out, it still lets them control it. How dumb is that?
You know, my personal damage indicator only says that I'm have a minor hull breach.
All right, I see you having your cockpit blown out. Matt, do you see the same
Yeah,
thing?
It's black.
Huh?
Yes, it's
When-
black.
Yeah, it's not registering any more damage
Oh
on
yeah,
Paul
I
when I
see
shoot him.
Paul is dead.
Yeah. So that's a weird discrepancy.
I think I need to go clean up some authorities building.
Fair enough.
You are welcome to try. I want to be here when Ernest actually tries that. Where is this builderbot going?
He's going on a journey, don't you know?
I think that I may have reached the maximum bunching, compactability of one city.
Something like that. I think that's part of the problem there too, to be honest.
I think it does not like it when I do this.
I can't damage Paul, but it can damage me. That's for it.
So I did figure out, even though I didn't fix it, why the friend or foe keeps blinking like crazy.
I think it just froze.
The server's frozen, so that might be you.
I think I just got Ernest's reactor out. You got some good armor on that ship, man.
Oh, Arthur's coming, or a ship made by Arthur's coming in.
That's me. The problem is I'm frozen.
Yeah, me too.
Oh.
So that means, Paul, could you exit out, please? Because thank you.
Just quit, yeah.
Not crashed.
Aw,
I might have to leave
crashed.
soon, so
Okay. Thank you, Paul.
I crashed.
yeah. Sorry about that. Happy to be here though.
I crashed in Great Pulse Missile.
Huh.
I mean, I suspect what happened is on my screen, Arthur's ship was moving in, but the server is frozen, and all the turrets were turning to shoot at him, and so Paul finishes exiting, and now suddenly Arthur's ship is under massive attack when he unfreezes. And the moment Paul finished crashing, suddenly it crashed all of us.
Well, someone's crashing out again. There we go.
I'm about to join. I'll wait until you're ready to do some freezes.
Ogre, your mic is constantly picking up stuff.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Oh, it must have gotten stuck as far. Oh, I think I know what
Funny.
happened. Because mine was the game that crashed.
Ah.
So I think in some of that, alt got stuck down as far as TeamSpeak was concerned.
Fair enough. I should just give up on hope that one of these things are going to go without crashing.
I have to log off now. Thanks for
See you later,
you know,
Paul.
See you later, Paul. Thanks a lot, man.
See you later.
See you later.
User disconnected from
Arthur,
your
are you
channel.
unfrozen?
I am unfrozen.
I'll try to rejoin. How did buzzing my city go?
Well, I'm buzzing one of the builder bots, so of course someone did their thing, which made it go crazy. Although the builder bot has enough
I
armor to
crashed
do
in
shit.
The same spot with a bad weapon struct in
Yeah, I
create
think
pulse
I'm
missile.
gonna try and join again. I tried to join last time and it kicked me out.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm crashing on attempt to rejoin.
Alright, I won't be firing. I'll just be hanging out here.
Yep. I
Matt,
kept crashing.
could you rejoin so you can see exactly what's going on?
Okay, loading up now.
I will say, they always call it stress testing. Well, it's stress testing for a reason, because then things pop up that don't come up during normal testing. So,
Yeah.
as much as I have a lot of confidence when they come in, it's like, oh, this should be great this time. It,
Like we said, watch us stress test our game.
yeah, and create stress in the developers.
I mean, I'm wondering, like, what is the complication being created by this? This is the biggest, most heavily building city I've ever made in one of these live streams. Like, what I've done here is ridiculous.
Now, keep in mind, the main server only crashed that once, and we've been in here for a while.
Yeah. Those things, I'm wondering, like, what kind of factors are being created by that. Like, for example, the builder bots give me a lot of trouble now whenever I try to place a building. They start wandering off somewhere.
Trying to reconnect again.
Alright.
I am back in. I did not crash this time.
Well, because I was firing, because I was trying to blow up Jordan's builder bot, because it was sitting out in the
I'm
middle of
back in
nowhere.
again.
I seem to be back in.
Alright.
Without a reactor, thanks to Paul.
Well, you always build another ship.
Yep, that is what I'm gonna do.
I'm not sure as a weaponable design if this is really useful, but as far as...
I just got a crash on
Yes, you did.
a bad ship.
I
A
just
bad
tried
ship.
to build my ship. I clicked on it. I just drug it out. I didn't even let it go yet when you guys crashed. And I'm crashing
Oh,
right
ow,
now.
ow, 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 they're shooting missiles at me.
I bet.
I'm
Damn,
crashing.
I really wanted to watch all those turrets go off.
Well, they were going on me.
Yeah, but I keep crashing out, so I can't watch it.
Alright. Okay, now I'm away from the city, so there shouldn't be any missiles or anything else. I'll even turn off my power here. Alright, see if you can join now. So now there shouldn't be anything wacky going on.
Alright. Joining. I'm back in again.
Okay. Jordan?
Alright, joining now. Seem to be in.
Okay.
Nav screen's working. Is that my builder bot over there?
Alright, I'm gonna try and build a ship.
Okay.
I just dropped it in.
I just see two ships in front of me. I think it's Paul's old ship and your ship
Yeah.
just sitting here
Yep.
next to
Just
each
sitting
other.
there, nose down.
In the last embrace of death here. So, Paul's ship must die.
The ships I was building ever complete? As they did.
I have resources, but it's not building.
Alright, let me... Oops, there you go. Didn't
I have
realize
enough to build this, but it's not building, so I'm not sure.
your ship is going on the journey, by the way.
Oh, I'm still in it.
I thought you said you had the reactor.
What's that?
I thought you said you had the reactor.
I know, but I'm still in it because I haven't switched ships yet, so I'm off on a journey.
Okay, because I don't know how it's going anywhere if it's got no power. Oh, that's just stupid and wacky. I see you moving.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Wait, I got. Doesn't reset my ship.
I didn't reset anything.
I dropped a new ship in build and my ship came back to life? That doesn't make any sense.
That really does not make any sense. That's not how the game works. This is how none of that works. It
I
still
know,
says
but
you have no reactor. How the F are
mine
you even
says I just
moving
have
anywhere?
a shield breach. But I have full control again.
Okay. Did I
That's
somehow
fine.
heal you by poking you with a stick?
I guess. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
It's the spike club of ouch that heals you.
Hey, while we have, I'd really love to actually watch you get one of you guys, but what's up, fly through the city and see what happens.
Okay. Are you in?
I am in. I'm
All right.
actually in one of my new ships.
Fair enough. All right. I'll come up onto the city.
Oh, I'm crashing the desktop.
Okay. That's not good.
Yep, it's crashing. Yep, I'm out.
All right, I'm gonna do a flyby. I'm gonna strafing around here. I see all the missiles coming out of the turrets.
I froze the moment one of the turrets started shooting.
Yeah.
Crashed.
Crash.
Did I build too many turrets?
It shouldn't be a
Possibly.
thing.
Did I build a game-breaking number of turrets?
It shouldn't be.
It
Matt,
is
you're
a crash in create pulse missile.
really.
It's
Okay.
looking through a list, and it ended up with an entry that was null.
Could you mark down what the line number is so I know what the list is?
Yes.
So I can try to patch that.
So I built the turrets at different stages of, the research. It's possible that some of them are definitely missile turrets and some of them might be pulse turrets.
Matt, can you actually change out the weapons in those things yet?
No.
Okay, well there's your answer then.
I'm just saying that maybe that, because it seems to be whenever the turret starts shooting, is a crash.
It shouldn't be a thing, but I can't rule that out. That was a scenario I did not test, so that could be it.
I mean, arguably, if my turrets kill everyone's game, that does make them the best turrets.
That's true.
By default,
From
I
a
win.
from a certain point of view.
You're not wrong. Oh, he's firing missiles at me.
Man, I just really wanted to watch somebody's ship evaporate over my city.
Should I attempt to rejoin or not?
Well, I'm watching all the missiles like coming out of the city trying to get me as I'm doing a flyby.
I'm watching it on Twitch right now. It is hilarious.
So I'm sorry, someone asked a question I was not paying attention.
I'm gonna rejoin.
Okay.
Morning. I'm back in. And this time I am destroyed again. So
Okay.
I'm back where I was at next to Paul, where Paul's ship was.
Okay. That'd be very strange.
I'm gonna try rejoining.
Let me check my factory. Was I able to build anything? No, I'm not able to build anything, no.
Alright, let me pull my throttle down and go check that. Let's see here. If we go to the factory screen,
There it goes.
it's moving.
Did you just open your screen?
I did?
And it just started counting down when you opened your screen.
Oh god, I hope that's not it.
Literally, when you said, let's go to the factory screen, the camera started.
Alright, let me go to the asset screen and see how much money you actually have. Yeah, you still have like almost 2,000. You couldn't have gotten that much that quickly.
I had plenty because I had 7,400 or something like that.
Okay. Now I have like 100,000. I have like a stupid amount right now.
You know, I had 6,000 to that number of mine right now is what I had.
Alright, I'm gonna give you like how much you need? 5,000?
No, it's working now. It's the moment you open the factory screen, it started working.
Yeah, well that shouldn't work that way.
I'm just telling you, I had plenty of money because I have 2,000 left over right now when the chip started. So
yeah. Alright, what I'm gonna give you another 5,000.
Uh-huh.
All right, you should be at 7,000 right now. What I'm gonna do is go to the other factory, the one that's not doing anything.
I'm there.
Put something on it and see if it starts.
Doing it, and it started.
And
And
it
took the
did
money
start,
away.
but I'm in the asset screen. I'm not in the factory screen.
Oh, you know what? The cost of the ship is not the actual cost of the ship.
What is it?
I don't know. It was a lot more expensive than what the cost of the ship was.
All right, let's go to the factory
Because I
screen.
consumed all the money you gave me. I was up over 7,000.
Really? Yeah, because it's the only two. I only have two designs here, and the builder bot and the one that was built by
Yeah.
you, and that's 6688.
Yeah, when I dropped that in, well, maybe it was 66.
No, I gave you 5,000. You already had two that put you just over 7. So
Yeah,
no, I
yeah,
think it pulled right.
I thought I had 8, so then never mind.
All right. So that's not
But
what it was.
I
But you were
will
able to
say
start it.
that.
What I want you to do, actually,
Uh-huh.
is all right. I'm out of the factory screen.
Okay.
What I want you to do is, well, shit. Wait until one of them comes out. You don't have enough money right now.
Uh-huh.
Once it does come out, I will give you enough money, and then see if it starts.
Okay.
All right, but I will not personally go to the factory screen as a server. I want to see if it will notice that all of a sudden you have the money.
We got 1 minute until one ship's out.
Okay, but you know what I mean, though. But that way, you have maybe 1,000 right now. Not even. You got like about 900.
Yeah.
Now you have 900, but that's not going to be enough for a 7,000 ship. So, if it was a factor that you didn't have enough money, then that's understandable. But I want to see if all of a sudden, because I grant you the money from my very large coffers that you gave me, if all of a sudden it notices it, or if it only notices it when I go into the factory screen itself. The maintenance system is independent of the factory screen. It should not work that way. But I can't dismiss the coincidence of, did you just go in the factory screen? I went, yes, and then it
I'm
started.
just crashing the desktop right now, so you have to hold on.
Great. So
Well,
5. Good.
I'm out here, by the way, if you want to retest with the chip shooting at each other, because I built something a little tougher, I think, than what Paul did.
Okay. Well, we can do that. We're waiting for Ernest to come back in, and then we'll do that.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my task manager to pop up right now.
Okay.
That's nice. Your game crashed so hard it removed its name from my system. Just a blank space.
Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as Ernst's out, we can, because now he's to the point that we're frozen on this end.
Yeah, there we go. Finally let me out.
Okay.
Alright, come back in.
Okay. That was weird.
Well, I should say loading right now. It'll be a minute before I come back in.
Yeah. Who else is on my team? There's Matt. There's Ogre.
You met Ogre and Ernest, and I am alone at this point.
Adam, can you come back in, or you're permanently out?
Nope. I cannot get in.
And Matt, when you tried to be him, you were able to come back in.
Correct.
Incoming.
Just for amusement value, Adam, could you try to come back in anyway? At this point, since no one's really doing anything, there's nothing weird and funky going on.
Alright, toss me some money, Arthur.
Alright, did you put it on the queue?
No, do you want me to put it on the queue first?
Yes.
Give me money? Alright.
So put on the empty queue.
Yep, empty queue.
Alright, and it's not starting.
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to give you enough money to definitely do it, right?
Yep, ready.
Alright, so I click on you. I'm going to give you, referred to as stupid money.
I'm still crashing.
She doesn't. Alright. Okay, there should be enough to give it to you. So, ready?
Yep.
Here I go. I'm sending. Alright, acknowledge that you got the money, at least on my screen.
It did. I got 6662 right now.
Oh, that's right. It's 7. Shoot.
Just hold on. I should get in another tick. It should start. Just hold on. There it goes.
I just gave you another 1,000. Oh, that just went.
Yeah, it started. Yeah.
It started. So, I don't know what to tell you. I maybe it was just
that.
coincidental.
Yeah, it was eight. It was at over 8,000 last time before it even started. So
Okay.
who knows?
It doesn't check as often as one might think. I don't know. All right, so we have ships on our side. Adam still can't get in, which is really a mystery because if Matt comes in as Adam, he can get in. So it's not anything on that end. So I don't get that. I have 127,000. It's ridiculous. So yeah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna give Ernest another stupid amount of money again because I can. Yeah, you definitely should turn on the text input for this, Matt.
Yes.
All right, there's that. Okay. Um.
All right, let's go fly over Jordan's base again.
Yes, probably not a bad idea.
You wish.
Is that one manned, or is that just sort of sitting there?
There's one near. Yes, that one you're looking at is man. That's me.
Oh, hello. Yeah, 'cause I was a little bit beaten up. So I wanted to grab one of the other ones that were. Alright, that one's moving. That one's not moving. I'll see if I can get into that. P. Alright, this must be one of Ernest's other alternate ships. So let me see if I can target. There's Jordan and one of the newer ships. Are you flying backwards? Because I think that one's reversed.
Wouldn't know.
Okay, well, turn towards me. I'm the one that's. I'm coming towards you. I'm about 16 clicks out. And you have no engines. So much for that. And no weapons now.
He's got nothing.
Finish him! If you can. Well, that was pretty quick. I think there's still that glitch with the armor, because I think you're just being way exposed.
Definitely can't get close to Jordan's base without crashing.
So you think it's all the turrets firing is what's causing the problem?
Well, also I got another ship and had just fired a bunch at Ernest
Okay.
and let off. These ships have like 5 missiles each.
So does mine.
But unbeknownst to Arthur, after he took out my ship, I just went C1.
Yeah.
That,
oh, so you told them all to start attacking everybody.
I told them all to start attacking you.
Oh, okay, that'll do it too. That's nice.
I have several ships over there.
Yeah.
Attempting to rejoin.
Because I figured there's a strong chance I might crash or something, so I thought, you know what, let's be prepared to make things fun for everyone.
Well, your old ship is just skimming the bottom, just shooting at the ground.
Yeah, I can't get back in. That's it.
But there were like 2 or 3 other ships in that squad, I should think.
Yeah.
When I get into the game, all I hear is lasers and the explosions in my audio feed, no video, and it crashes right out. So.
Okay. Matt, what happens when you go out and come back in?
I just crashed. I'm trying to figure out what it was in Spaceship Man.
Okay. Well, at least the ground looks pretty now.
Gotta reconnect.
It's not going to help you. What's that?
Apparently there's a bad nav point.
Why would we even have any nav points?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Alright, exit out because you're unfortunately freezing the server. There we go. Thank you.
One more time for rejoin.
Well, it was frozen. It wasn't going to let you come in anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Screw it. Have God powers. Let me have God powers. There we go.
Are you fixing your ship?
No, I just decided to explode your carcass. Because I have that ability.
Explosions are cool.
Huh?
Explosions are cool.
It is. Alright, someone's shooting me. Someone's definitely shooting me. Ow.
I'm not surprised.
Reconnecting one last time.
Yeah. Oh, it's one of Paul's ships, it seems.
Oh, nope. I'm dead. I'm out again.
Well, at this point, we're in the middle of a firefight, so that doesn't surprise me too much, but yeah.
Why? There's something still shooting at my dead ship on the ground. With the
I can
pulse
believe
weapon.
that.
Our stream might have lost audio. I was just checking it.
Okay. Ernest, since you seem to always have it up.
That might have just been on my end. Sorry.
Okay. How about that? Never mind.
Alright, I was gonna say I just picked up my phone to turn the volume up a little bit. I was gonna mute myself.
Okay. Alright, we're frozen again.
Yeah, I'm out of the game, so I can't get back into the. There is a turret that is repeatedly firing at me.
Yes. Interestingly enough, Jordan's old ship that he initially came into the game with is the one that's attacking me right now.
Awesome.
And so he's doing some decent damage to me, to be honest. And then we're getting these lag spikes. I don't know if people are joining, that's what's causing it.
And I managed to get back in just now.
Right.
I stopped trying to.
Then that was your lag spike then.
Unless the turret is just keep shooting the ship, so.
Well, the good news is that I just took out your old ship's engine, so he should be falling to the ground. Bye-bye. So, yeah. I mean, I see stuff moving around over there. I don't know who they're attacking, but I see stuff moving around behind your base. Ah, that must be Jordan.
One of them is me. It
Yeah.
says I have 6 ships left in squad.
Well, the problem is that doesn't mean they're all able to do anything. Oh, you mean the left part? Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
And it says on the right, it says 6 ships left in squad.
Oh, ow. Oh, you're right here. Hi. Alright, let's see what I can do to get. You shoot missiles at me, huh? Oh, you should be weaponless.
Yep.
Well, there's a critical thing. The armor is definitely set way too much to do like fly rounds. Alright, I got it. Spam! Alright, so a couple things. One, the armor's got to be pulled down. Two, the armor assigning routines got to get fixed and not leave these giant holes and things. That's just ridiculous. So yeah. Well, it is almost 5:30, so it's been a good 2 hours.
Yep.
I think between fixing the armor assignment routine needs to be done. There obviously still needs to be some work, at least with the turrets, I guess. Maybe the idea is you get a whole bunch of turrets together and have them all fire at something to see if we get the crash.
Yeah.
I know the PE spam is still there, and that's a problem. Beyond that, I don't know. I don't know why Adam can't get back in. That's extremely strange. The fact that we couldn't get Matt to crash when he tried to impersonate as Adam is concerning because that means it's system specific, if you will.
Right.
I have to see what I can do about my own free space on my game here. I guess the last real test All right, I'll quit the server out. Now, here's the good thing. We've been in here for a good hour and a half, I guess. So let me quit out of the server. All right.
Okay.
Any objection to that?
I guess not.
Okay. Because once I come out, I may not be able to come back in, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, but
Okay, I am quitting out. I'm curious to what save we got up to. Because that'll tell us like how long we've actually been in game, if you know what I mean.
I'm waiting to see if it actually kicks me like it's supposed to when you quit.
Well, I did quit, so yeah. The kicking when it's supposed to seems to be a random thing, which is not
Yeah,
good.
it's
But
not doing it.
yeah. Well, we were recording this. We got to 33, which means we're in there for 66 minutes.
Nice.
Same game files about a half meg.
On my end, I was not having any troubles with loading things into the queue. In fact, at the end there, I had queued up a whole new. After all of a sudden I queued up a whole new fleet of ships.
And that's what we should be doing. We should be sending fleets at each other.
It just didn't start the ship building until later on.
Yeah.
I wonder if the this is, I guess, a balanced note. I wonder if it seems like all we're doing is building expensive ships that take several minutes to come out.
Right.
And so I wonder if it boils down to if those kinds of ships are the most sensible to make, maybe they should be built a little faster.
It's meant. We're supposed to. We're still at T0. It's meant to be painfully slow. You're supposed to be upgrading your city, and that kind of thing, which we aren't really doing. We're not really playing the game that we're supposed to be played, kind of thing.
That's true. Is like I have new factories researched, but the thing is, like, especially with like for example, research centers, I stop at a certain point with building them, even if I do research a higher level, because at a certain point it clogs up the screen to have 6 research centers on the screen, 2 of which are just the old first ones that I barely use. And so a similar thing would happen with the factories if I started building the new factories.
So if this makes a positive or negative, Matt, for whatever reason, when I try to reload one of the save games, it's the same problem. It's saying that, hey, I'm trying to populate the design grid, but there are no players.
Huh. That's weird.
It is. So I cannot reload a game because it's hitting that, and so it's good that the server was solid this entire time, but yeah, so that's definitely something that's the highest priority. We gotta fix that, whatever this is.
Arthur, I noticed something that probably should change with the turrets.
I'm sure there's a lot of things we need to change with the turrets, but okay.
When the explosion goes off, you'd expect the turret to stop firing, and it doesn't until the animation's over.
Yes, well, that's true. There's also the stupidity of the. Evidently, Paul was able to still fly around even though his cockpit was blown out. Although he was saying that on his end, it wasn't saying that, so maybe I have to send a refresh state as part of the refresh or something.
They never outlawed using the Force.
That's true. That's very true. Okay, well, I guess we'll call it for today. It's been 2 hours. So that's usually a good amount. We didn't do our normal, because of Thanksgiving, playthrough testing last Thursday as we usually do, when we take this offline and really try to fix these things. So I guess we can see the result of that, meaning we didn't do the testing we probably should have. So yeah. So next time, do expect some graphical updates. That's definitely true. And we'll try to address these other problems, and hopefully we'll finally get it this time. We'll get it eventually. Unfortunately, we do these tests, and they seem to be fine with 3 people. Then we get like, 6 or so, 7. Then things start to come up a lot more often. Now, again, I don't really understand why Adam was having the problem.
I saved a bunch of logs to look at on Thursday.
Okay. I'm going to keep. Well, it's going to crash when I try to load these save games anyway, so I can't even do that. But But yeah, I'd like to actually keep some of these saved games so I can actually test to see what the hell is going on. Hopefully, Adam can show me after the live stream what the problem was, and maybe I can figure that one out. But in any case, we'll probably try to replicate it on Thursday anyway. All right, again, thank you all for coming, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks.
All right, bye.